This clueless lawyer actually dared to dump food right on the prison gang boss's head, leaving all the gang members around completely stunned. Seeing that the boss hadn't reacted yet, the man picked up the entire tray and smashed it over his head again and again. When the gang boss snapped out of it, he gripped his chopsticks tight, ready to stab Jack to death. But in the next second, Jack landed a heavy punch right on his head, knocking him out cold and foaming at the mouth. Looking at his own fist, Jack didn't even realize he could hit that hard. Just a few days ago, he was nothing but a coward who got bullied by everyone, falsely accused of being the mastermind of a billion-dollar fraud crime syndicate, which really pissed off the gang boss in prison. One day, Jack was quietly eating in the prison cafeteria when the boss, furious, walked over with his lackeys. Jack didn't want any trouble and ignored them, but the boss, trying to show his power, threw his food tray away. Jack couldn't take it anymore and started yelling at the boss, but the boss's men pinned him down and beat him up. The noise drew the prison guards, who broke it up and drove everyone away before things got worse. The warden saw what happened and immediately ordered the guards to bring Jack to his office. But instead of punishing him, the warden had a fancy meal prepared for him. It turned out the warden was working for Ryan too. To get back the $1 billion, he tried to get Jack to admit he was the crime boss, but Jack had no idea what he was talking about. When he didn't get an answer, the warden instantly turned hostile. At that point, Jack felt all hope was gone. He thought about every moment he'd spent with his wife and daughter and decided he couldn't drag his wife down anymore. So, Jack asked his lawyer to prepare divorce papers for him. With no more attachments, he planned to end his life in prison. But the next day, when he tried to kill himself, his cellmate caught on and told him that if he failed and ended up disabled, he'd regret it for life. Jack snapped back to his senses and looked at the ruthless killers around him. If the prison couldn't get rid of them, he figured he might as well do it himself. So, in the cafeteria, he straight up beat the gang boss to a pulp. Luckily, the guards arrived in time to stop the chaos. But soon Jack ran into another killer, David, who had murdered 9 people.